fuck it. Final video for the day, people, and I'm fucked.
Yeah. Oh, he's riding on a troll.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dog. Smash him. Get amongst that troll.
I actually think I was supposed to cut this out.
Oh, get him. Oh, you beat him.
As you will soon find out the reason for it.
Because you fucked up?
No, the game glitches on me.
Oh, lame. Game glitch.
But yeah, I've just come off a night duty and I'm buggered and I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And
That's what happens when you're selling your ass on the street.
Yeah. I've had a heap of painkillers because my tooth's sore. Because even though for the last 2 days I was alright, and then now today I got a toothache, and then there's the one day I was going to do the recording. So I've taken a heap of painkillers and I'm fucking tired. But anyway. Today we are playing Shadow of Mordor.
Woohoo!
Which is a fucking sick game. I think I was friends, or somehow friends, with someone on EB Games. And I remember going to EB Games, and I think it might have been, I think one of the friends I have worked at, here we are. Oh, look at this, my magic powers of floating.
Is funny shit right there.
It was irritating, man. I'm just like, what the fuck happened? What? Why am I, what?
Pretty big glitch.
What? Yeah, like I can't stop or do anything.
And you're throwing, you're actually interacting, you know.
No, I'm not throwing anything.
Oh, okay, I thought you threw something away and it came
Nah,
back.
people are throwing shit at me.
Oh, right. That's funny.
Fucking assholes. Oh, man.
It could be your bro, you know.
Him?
Yeah.
He could be.
Yeah.
See, I've just got that look. I just have that stereotypical, you know...
Protagonist.
Yeah, stereotypical white protagonist dude.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my lackluster teeth, if I had better teeth, I could just pass for any motherfucker.
So, that could be your next, like, gamer tag, stereotypical white protagonist.
I don't have it when I have the long hair, but when I've got the crew cut, I just look like every standard in-game protagonist.
This dude's got long hair, isn't
Yeah, he's sort of got the hair that I've got at the moment.
he? Okay.
Which is, my hair's more like closer to Joel's at the moment, but you know, this sort of, you know, that sort of length though is the between crew cut and this is sort of every motherfucker has it. Back when I had the really long hair, there was a select few people that I looked like, but then it was just stereotypical metal scary dude.
Oh! Start to get the feeling that he gets bored with cutting heads off.
Yeah, see, that's what it did before. In The Last of Us.
It froze up on you.
And then I think I quit and started again because I wanted to get the perfect starting. But now that we've started recording and done this, it doesn't fucking matter.
Woohoo!
Get the opening again. Hey.
No.
That's the man Wraith. Do you know the story of this game?
You go ahead. Explain.
Yeah, I do, but you know, for the audience.
Yeah.
It's sort of loosely based on the Lord of the Rings. I mean, it is part of the Lord of the Rings canon, I believe. And it's set before The Hobbit, I think.
Makes sense. This is probably the first time Mordor got all uppity.
Yeah, I think.
Before Sauron actually got, like, kicked to the curb.
Yeah, this is my... I'm not sure. This is during... No, I think this is after Sauron got kicked to the curb, as you said. But it's during one of his attempts to get Mordor back.
Or is this in the process of him like rebuilding?
Yeah, it's sort of at the start of that.
Alright. So he's still a floaty eye.
Yeah.
So this is like at the same time as like the Hobbit, as the movies would have us believe.
Yeah. It's sort of like before then.
Yeah. With the Hobbit. I think.
Yeah, before the Hobbit.
Not the yeah. Well, yeah. In the movie in the Hobbit, Sauron's sort of is the necromancer. Remember, he's the one that's starting to do some shit.
Really? Ah, so I guess it's after the Hobbit, but before Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or around, or at the same time as the Hobbit. But, yeah. Anyway.
Because I haven't seen I've only seen the first Hobbit. I haven't seen the other two movies.
All right.
And
it's not as good as Lord of the Rings.
I have heard that, but I heard it from one of our mutual friends, and I distrust him because he's a horrible fanboy.
Yeah.
Like me in Berserk.
I mean, I still enjoyed it, but as far as the film goes, it's not as good.
Okay. Yep. But yeah, this guy's sort of been possessed by the wraith known as Celebrimbor, the one that made the rings, or helped Sauron make the rings.
He's realised he made a horrible mistake.
Yeah, because Sauron betrayed him. And now he's sort of wearing this dude as a meat puppet.
Sauron, the betrayer, betrayed him? Although one can assume he probably got the title after this.
Yeah. Wasn't always known as the betrayer. He was not born the betrayer.
Yeah.
It would sort of be an unfortunate name. And yeah, he's got all these mad powers because of it. And I love this game. It is just like the best revenge game ever. And you can like create your own revenge plots and stuff. Because like every time an enemy kills you, they go up in ranks. And so then you can get revenge on them for killing you.
Yeah, right.
That's only if they manage to kill you properly. If they accidentally kill you, then you know what's the point. You may as well have just... I mean, I did it for fun in this game, in this video. But otherwise, if an enemy kills you in the game because, you know, you're shit, and you can go and take revenge on them. But also, enemies can come... If you kill an enemy a certain way, then the enemy can come back and try and get revenge on you. And so they multiple times can come back. I had a dude come back like 4 times. I think once I stabbed him. Like it sort of depends, but like once he came back after I'd stabbed him, and he had like a metal chest piece where he'd been stabbed.
Yeah.
The next time he got burned, so he had all these burns all over him. The next time he came back was after his head exploded.
All right, that's getting a bit.
Well, he came back, and his head was basically just like this, like a Hessian bag with rope wrapped around it, sort of keeping his head together.
Them orcs is tough motherfuckers.
Yeah. And then I think after the last time, that was it, because I actually cut his head off.
Let that be a lesson to you. Just start with the head cutting off, alright?
But yeah, and it is cool how they come back like that. And then, you know, other ones will come back after they've been shot in the head with an arrow.
Yeah.
Like one dude came back after I'd shot him in the head with an arrow, and he had like half his head was covered with this sort of metal plate.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, oh wait, no, that's just telling him to do my bidding. Whereas, wait for it. This one,
pop.
Love it. And you just never gets old killing orcs. I mean, this game sort of has taken a leap out of the Batman, Arkham
combat
games. Yeah, Batman Arkham game combat mechanic.
Yeah, with a few tweaks of their own.
Oh yeah, but that's how all these things work.
Yeah, that's right. Whoa!
The backflip over enemies is definitely a sort of Batman-y thing, but
yeah,
it's still pretty cool. But even just the sort of walk around where it zooms out to over the top for the combat, and then when you're walking around, it goes to the over the shoulder. Is very Batman-y.
Yeah.
I like the sword. One one of the things that you start the game off with is you start the game with 2 swords, but one's broken.
Oh, yeah.
And you use it as a dagger.
Yeah, that's cool.
But over the game, the character Celebrimbor forges you 2 new swords, and that's the 2 swords that I have now. Well, the sword and dagger. And the sword's like sick. Like, it's not a big sword.
Yeah,
it's fucking chunky.
Like we were talking about with the Conan sword earlier.
Yeah.
It's that.
In a discussion none of you were privy to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a good 2-hand sword. You know? Or is it a 1.5 hand, sort of a bastard?
I think it's a 1.5 hand bastard sword. Not that it's a bit hard to tell considering he's being puppeted by Wraith.
Yeah.
But it's... And then they've got all these sort of power mechanics, like you can brainwash orcs, and you can send...
An unleashed beast.
Yeah.
Fucking savage them.
You can brainwash orcs and then have them as sort of sleeper agents, and then if you sleeper agent the 2 chief war orcs bodyguards, and then when the war orc or the war chief gets summoned, then they'll be summoned with their 2 lieutenants, and if you've put their 2 lieutenants as sleeper agents, then you can activate the 2 sleeper agents and they'll kill the war chief for you. Oh,
that's good.
Or at least weaken it.
It's pretty sick.
Or you can do things where you can send a sleeper agent in to weaken a war chief before you go in. And the different orcs and the different orcs have like different fears and strengths.
Yeah, I do remember that from a little bit playing with you ages ago.
You can,
the fire. And stuff.
Yeah, if they have a fear of burning, so you just set them on fire.
Yeah.
This is how you will die.
I think that thing was doing pretty good before you started writing it.
Yeah, till I fucked with it.
Oh, nope.
Some of the war chiefs are tough, man.
Dude.
Yeah, but it's dead. That being said, why is it that... Oh, wait for it. Why do orcs all have, like, Cockney accents? Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Oh, and just, like, the animations, the kills, I just love it. Oh, yeah, I got distracted, but I was talking to a dude on EB... Oh, he's running away, and he's dead. I was talking to a dude at DB Games, and he was like, so you've been racking up a few hours on Shadow of Mordor. Because I just played this game for like 3 months. Just nothing. Just this game. And like the plot of the game isn't that great. It's like standard game, like plot to get you through the game. It's not amazing.
Yeah.
The most amazing part of the game is the Nemesis system, which is what this all is.
Yeah, yeah.
Working out the different strengths and weaknesses and how the AI can adapt to you. And the other thing is that if an enemy escapes you, like you're about to kill the enemy but they manage to get away, they'll remember you and change their fighting pattern to how you fought last time.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it builds in a certain amount of strategy you have to do to progress through the game. Rather than the actual storyline having the twists and turns.
Yeah, so the storyline, like the plot, I don't even fucking remember, really. You play as the main character, Talion. At the start of the game, your family gets murdered by Sauron's helpers. And... which point you end up getting... Because, I mean, you get your throat slit.
Yeah, I remember that.
And... which point the Celebrimbor possesses you and gives you all these mad powers, and that's it. Then you just spend your time trying to build
mad revenge.
Yeah, trying to build a power base to take on take on the Hand, the Black Hand, who's a puppet of Sauron. I thought it'd be good to play. I mean, I'll probably fucking play it again because I fucking love this game. But we have Shadow of War coming out later, and it looks to be even sweeter than this game. And that is fucking difficult. Oh, I love that one.
It still has the Nemesis system in it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. This whole was invented. Why would you not use it again?
Yeah.
I'm surprised other games have not decided to sort of steal
Pirate
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you might find that there was a game that sort of had it. I suppose there's other, not the full dynamic of it though, is there?
And you can ride Caragors, which is the mad dog-like things, or the ogres, but I can't think of what they are.
Cave trolls?
No, I think they're called Graus or something.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because it's got the pointy, anyway.
And then there's, I don't know...
Like how it just appears with the sword in his neck.
That's how amazing it is. And then, it's so good when the enemies, because you can do, when you've got someone, holding their head and gripping them with the knowledge, and you can brand them. One of them is to get interrogation, and you can just, seep into their brain and find out information about other orcs. And it's so good when you find out that the other orc's greatest fear is you.
All you gotta do is show up.
Yeah. Greatest fear is the Grave Walker. Well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And they all have different names as well. All the names are sort of unique. But I mean, then it's just it's not that difficult. I'm sure the same name has been appeared in different games.
Yeah.
But the names are sort of just thrown together, as you can see. So, because they're orc names, they don't have to be sort of special.
Yeah.
They can just, throw a bunch of letters at a wall and be like, that's the orc's name now.
Well, who knows? I don't know. They may well have. I don't know. They use things like. I can't even think of an example. But anyway, who knows? They might have used some of the inspiration from the movies, and don't forget that bloody Tolkien made languages.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it was. It's just that's what it looks like when you see the names. It just looks like someone took a bit of alphabet spaghetti and just sort of picked the name out of whatever the soup made. And it's really good because you can get a heap of dudes, and then you just never get old popping heads, man. Okay, it just doesn't. And you can brand 20 dudes and then just.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I've seen you do a whole group of them before.
Oh yeah, you can just get a group of 20 dudes and then just pop.
That's the fella you're after, then, is it? Oh, that's your agent.
Yeah, that's my agent. Yeah. I've got a few. Because you can get all 5 war chiefs as your agents. And I have done that. Because you're supposed to do that before the end of the game. Because then you enter the battlefield with your agents behind you. It's just these orcs coming up behind you. Which he does in the trailer for Shadow of War. He's just got an army of these branded orcs.
Nice.
I think one of them was a fan favourite at E3 or something. It was this brutish orc. It was just sort of this massive cockney sort of thing, or it was Scottish or something. And it was just everyone loved it. Everyone's
it's
like,
funny
oh
that
yeah.
The orcs do have that
lower class English accent. Yeah.
Yeah, even in the Warhammer 40k games that they do as well.
It's fucking classist.
You're cutting us up, boss. That's pretty good.
It's racist and classist.
And amazing. It just works. Yeah. Get amongst it.
I mean,
It's a,
get to Facebook.
what did you just shoot? Sack of meat. Oh, it's
Yeah, sacks of meat, dried meat, and it tracks caragors.
right. Okay.
It's part of the whole using the environment. Like there's like just barrels of really strong alcohol around that you can just blow up.
Yeah. Hate of caragors.
Yeah.
Why
They also have the thing where
got
they.
so many around then?
Because they just if you blow the meat down, it just attracts caragors.
Yeah, right. You would have thought that the caragors. Well, I suppose the caragors probably are loitering around orc camps. This is why they're there so quick.
Because I'm pretty sure orcs have a lot of leftover food.
Yeah. They don't strike me as like, house
Conservative.
proud.
Yeah.
Get amongst it. Yeah, it's kind of cool how like in the mythology that Sauron and that are divine beings. They're an actual sort of not quite a
Like
not quite a
Gandalf's
deity.
supposed to be.
They're like angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gandalf is like the lower tier of angels, whereas Sauron is like an upper tier. He was one of the first created. But this kind of went
weird.
bad. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's touched on in this game. I think that's mentioned either in the game or in the little dialogue box. Like, not the dialogue box, in the not the bestiary, the sort of glossary.
Right.
Yeah, this bit where you can get information about a captain.
Ugh. Man.
Asgrom the Slasher.
I want to make some of that armor. So good.
It's pretty sick, eh? And it'd work.
Yeah. I mean, his armor's pretty sweet too, but frankly, I feel at this point more up to making the orc stuff. Some of the orc stuff is intricate in its own right.
Yeah.
But it's just sort of got that rough finish to it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much, or as much. I
So
like how there's just dudes in the cages and you can't let them out. Is it one of these dudes I let kill me, or is that later on? Because I decided to let one of them kill me to sort of show the nemesis system.
Sure. Mind you, it's not like you exactly have trouble killing them.
Oh, whoops, I think that guy got me with the in the back with the spear.
Lame.
But we're starting to get bored, so we'll go for some topics then.
Yeah. Alright.
Turkey to stop teaching evolution in schools. That country just seems to be going down the toilet.
Yep.
But then
Pretty,
whenever
because they've got good food.
Yeah, whenever I go onto comment sections and I read about it, there's always people defending it. And it's like, is it just people looking into a society? Like, maybe everyone in Turkey loves their fascist dictator.
Maybe.
Unlikely, but maybe. I know a lot of people in the Philippines like their president.
The thing that's on the news today, where they want to make it so when the national anthem plays, you're supposed to stand up and sing it as well. But now they're introducing another component of the bill, they're editing it, to say that you have to stand up and sing it with fervour, and there's like big fines involved with not doing that. like anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 Australian.
That is fucked up.
Yeah. But the thing that gets me is countries that do that, like, do they not look at history? Do they not look at what happens in other countries? Do they not go, hang on, the last guys that tried this had there was a coup, or there was a revolution, and all the guys got all the guys at the top got killed or thrown in prison.
Because they immediately think, no, that won't happen to us. We're better than them. We're not like we're not as gullible as those fools. It'll never happen to us.
I just don't.
It's like people who get into debt think that they'll never. That they never thought they'd get into debt. They thought, no, we're not the stupid ones. We're not as dumb as them. We'll never get into debt. And so they take out exorbitant loans.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to have an exorbitant loan to be in debt.
Or just a loan like
any loans in debt.
It's just, people are stupid. Not like us.
No. I willingly walked into debt. Yeah.
And there was that because that was the Turkish leader that sent all the bodyguards to attack the protesters on
in
American
America.
soil, which I just
fucking
immediately set off warning bells for me if I was running the country.
Oh, yeah.
That would just be like, you get your fucking ass off my goddamn country, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, they may be protesting shit against me, but they are fucking my citizens, and this is my house, motherfucker. Okay? I hate my housemate.
Just execute.
But he is my housemate.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I don't know why that reminded me, but there was...
I hate my housemates.
Some sociologist dude proposed with like, specifically in relation to America, and that with nuclear launch codes and stuff, right? That as it is, the president's like got sort of access to that authority whenever he pleases, basically, right? But
unfortunately, yeah.
But this sociologist proposed that a member of the, well, not necessarily the cabinet, but a member of the entourage, if you will, it has to be a volunteer, essentially has an implant. So the president has to kill this person in order to get the codes. So the president has to physically take a knife or whatever and kill this person in order to get the nuclear launch codes, because it, basically to introduce a personal element that, if you're going to take this many lives, you have to take a life yourself.
That's fair enough.
I was like, it's kind of good. And I was like, and it would work really well in this instance because, like, Trump's tiny little hands wouldn't be able to grip a knife.
I do. I mean, it is unfortunate, but at the same time, I do agree with that, because if you're gonna, I hate these sort of armchair generals that,
they
don't understand. They're quite willing to push a button and declare death, but not willing to do it themselves.
That's why, like, in ancient Greece, when you had, like, a warmongering king, you were like, fair enough. Because he was leading. He was the first motherfucker at the front line leading the charge. Yeah. If you're a king that wants to start a war, and you've started 20 wars, and finished 20 wars, you are a hard motherfucker. You are a king that you can, like, damn. Like, but today, no.
Here we go. Wait for it. I wanted this guy to do it.
With his two axes. Yeah. Slam. Rug.
And yeah, this is the Nemesis
Muncher
system in action.
Rug the Muncher, that's what it should have been.
See, now he will duel this dude to take his spot. Doesn't always succeed. The dude that you killed, you might just get ousted.
Yeah.
Immediately. And then he gets increased, so those two fight. And he goes up a rank.
His arm is pretty cool. It's like impractical, but cool. Impractical, yeah.
At which point, I think my dude will get. Oh no, he goes to become a war chief now.
Whoa!
And now he goes up in a rank. And now Rug goes up.
Hey, go Rug!
Like
Climbing quick.
Yeah, it sort of is cool because you brand someone, have them kill you, and then have them work up the ranks, and so you can sort of play your own like a manager and the boxer sort of, and you're like, you'll get up there one day, and you get them up to war chief, and you're like, oh, Daddy's so proud. At which point you just kill him.
Pop his head. Yeah, just like a boxing manager. The parallels are there. Take you for all you're worth.
He is the master. One thing that Shadow of Mordor did, which was interesting, but sort of, it was a launch title with the PS4, and so crowd time, and so it had to have use the mechanics of the PS4, and one of the things that it did is because the PS4 controller has a mic in it.
Oh, alright. That's scary.
And so, whenever during loading screens, it would display dialogue out of the controller, and it would be story-specific quotes and stuff, like sort of telling background information on all the characters. So I think that you're supposed to get, you get the enough information with the cutscenes and the actual story in the game, and then you're supposed to use those bits of information that you get out of the controller during loading screens to sort of fill in the gaps.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I think those are, ghouls.
Crazy little.
So you got Graugs,
freaks.
ghouls, and Caragors.
Yeah, the Caragors are cool. Little mad armor plates on them.
Mad pet Caragor. That's a Graug, dude.
Graug, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well, I suppose the Caragors have got cool armored plates as well.
Oh, it's so good. Particularly when I was in the early days. And I could still get overwhelmed. And I was overwhelmed, and so I ran to a cave that I knew had a Graug in it. And then I just sort of ran around and hid behind a rock and waited for all the orcs to show up, at which point they pissed off the Graug, and the Graug just killed them all.
Yeah. See, that's pretty cool that you can do that in the game too.
This game is full of shit like that.
Use the environment,
Oh, you just release a bunch of Caragors into a... Just use a Graug to storm a castle, which I might do later. Yeah. I can't remember if I did it in this run. And if you do it properly, they'll just never fucking die, because you can just keep eating, and every time you consume an orc, you heal.
Oh, that's awesome. Right, this is go for the game. Try and finish the game with one Graug.
One Graug, yeah.
Oh, one Graug, yeah, sorry.
Let's do that for the next video. Because I can certainly do a heap more of this game.
Bam. Punch. Fuck.
Yeah. And just so many people are just saying, Turkey, guys, this is a stupid idea.
Yeah,
it was like saying, children are... what is it? They shouldn't be taught this controversial topic and stuff.
Controversial, huh?
Oh, they're
been
too
around
young.
for a while.
Almost like they shouldn't be indoctrinated by a special cult.
Yeah.
Obviously, the people in Turkey, or in power, are currently religious.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
And it's not even like, the people of Turkey are agreeing with it. Quite a lot of teachers are like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, well. Yeah, that's pretty crazy shit.
Fuck me. That was Gwyneth Paltrow's latest health advice. With NASA was like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Oh, that's right. With the stickers, supposedly had these mad stickers that would, like, for search of a better term, center your chi, like, to balance your energies.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, approved by NASA," at which point NASA said, "Fuck off."
Yeah, it had some special conductive carbon, some like material that NASA used on the inside of its spacesuits to monitor the astronauts' vital signs or something, and NASA straight up just turned around and said, "We don't have any such lighting on our suits."
This is harnessing the healing power of energy and technology to improve your health.
Yeah.
And the stickers cost $120 each.
Yeah. Can anybody say placebo effect?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh yeah. Counted these stickers as using NASA's spacesuit material to achieve their magical powers.
Yeah. So all I need now is a sticker and a vagina rock, and I'm good. If you stick the vagina rock up your ass, does it work the same? What if I stick the sticker to a vagina rock?
I don't know if I just needed to update the game again, but it's just glitched out again. Because I've gone too close to the cage, and now the fucking crowd is stuck.
On the cage. Lame.
Hoping it more dudes would come along, but they don't, so...
Magnetic crowd. Oh, my crowd stuck to something. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's just another... But that also just plays off the total naivety and ignorance and stupidity of people. Like...
Yeah.
Who the fuck? And they're marketing it to people that can spend $160 on a fucking sticker. Like, what the? Who does that?
Yeah, people with more money than sense, which is most people.
Just so bizarre.
That's how we got into the financial crisis last time, wasn't it? People
More money
taking
than
out
sense.
loans they couldn't pay back. And idiots actually lending them the money.
Well, yeah, it was the people deliberately lending them the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Which I believe Trump has actually repealed a bill that Obama put in place so that could never happen again.
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah, it says the man who has lost his fortune twice.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Speaking
But it's alright, he made it back.
Oh, get fucked.
With a little bit of help from his dad.
With a little bit of help with Daddy.
Yeah. Holy shit. Anyway.
Speaking of idiots, Tony Abbott has outlined a sweeping series of policies he says the coalition should adopt to restore its political fortunes and rebuild trust with conservative voters.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll listen to him about that.
Who gives the fuck about conservative voters? You are a bunch of assholes.
Fuck.
Unless you're watching this. Which are a bunch of cool assholes.
Yeah.
But still assholes.
And if you're like a rich asshole, we're bound to have a Patreon at some point, so, consider it.
You dickhead.
Yeah, asshole.
Like, he just keeps popping his fucking dickhead head into the media. It's like, we don't want you as leader.
I think he should just die.
Just disappear.
I think he should become a breatharian. Yeah.
Yes. I am not for the death penalty, but I am for the death penalty. For a former Prime Minister of Australia.
Yeah. Oh my god. He just...
I'm in no hurry to leave public life because we need strong liberal conservative voices now more than ever. Get fucked.
Yeah, fuck off.
Shit like that.
Strong conservative liberal voices.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid, yeah.
I realise that it's, party name and all that, but it's just such a joke within Australia. within Australian politics.
Is it classified as an oxymoron?
Yeah, I think it's right up there.
What was some of the things? Freeze the renewable energy target at 15%.
Yeah.
A moratorium on new wind farms. Now, I don't know what moratorium means.
I think it's basically like freezing, like they have to meet a certain how am I trying to phrase it? Yeah, that basically makes it harder, so there's more of an application process to it, I think.
Okay, so you can't...
Let's not just rely off my bullshit. Let's go...
Well, I mean, that would make sense, because he doesn't want a lot of wind farms, because he's in bed with coal. Speaking of, he also wants to build a new coal-fired power station.
Yeah.
Temporarily slash immigration and ban all new spending except on defence and infrastructure.
A temporary prohibition of an activity. So...
Why the fuck would you want to do that?
Yeah, because
why does he hate the wind farms?
Because he's a fucking idiot.
I saw some prick the other day having a whinge about wind farms.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, do you remember that? I was telling you about that, and it had the picture of the dead bird underneath a whole bunch of wind farms, and he's like, if this was a coal farm, this would be everywhere. But no, Facebook doesn't want you to see the damning effects of wind farms. It's just...
Wow.
Yeah.
How about roads? Roads kill lots of birds. Quick! Everybody stop driving!
Which
actually would be pretty good.
Yeah, but that would be a driving force because, they need trucks to get all this coal everywhere.
Trains. Fucking hell.
It just every time he opens his mouth,
it's just dumb.
I just feel like I lose a brain cell, and I don't have a lot of brain cells to lose, so I disapprove of when he talks.
That's valuable real estate right there. Yeah. It just makes me angry. Even seeing his fucked up, bigoted little face.
He does have a smug face. I just want to punch him in the mouth, just like right in the jaw. Just bam.
There's those like little smug jock dickheads at school that make everyone else's life hell. That's him.
Yeah. I know.
It
just goes to show that every smug, bigoted, racist, sexist prick of a human being can feel good because they one day might be the Prime Minister of Australia or the President of America.
Yeah. Oh. God.
Oh, and to you ladies, you can be just an absolute bitch, and you could one day be the Prime Minister of England.
Yeah.
Because we are surrounded by assholes, apparently.
I just
racist, pain in the ass. We could have had Jeremy Corbyn as the Prime Minister of England. What the fuck is his name? Bernie Sanders as the President of the United States, and I don't know, some decent Labour leader, and everything would be good. That'd be the perfect world. But no.
There's a few others you have to mop up
Trump.
with. There's Russia and Poland as well.
Yeah,
and Turkey.
And
Thailand.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. It
would be better than it is.
Yeah.
Because we've still got the
I really hope that there's just some big lefty fucking storm brewing that is just going to wipe the slate clean. I really, really hope so. Not that, far lefties can't be batshit fucking crazy, but... Yeah. Wow.
But still, they're less destructive dicks than conservative dicks because at least they actually give a shit and they don't.
At least the
mindless religious nuts.
I would hands down go with far left every time. Even though they're crazy,
super tolerant assholes.
Oh, well, the thing is they're not, though. There's, super intolerant.
Oh, yeah. It gets to the point where they're, trying to be so tolerant they become intolerant.
Yeah. Everything that lives is beautiful, so you guys can't have guns. What? The fuck? I'm trying to kill pests on my farm. Introduced pests, motherfucker. And I can't have a gun?
Or, like we were talking about with the farmers, just older people that just don't sort of understand trans and that sort of stuff. But they don't hate you, they just don't understand it.
Yeah, that's
But because they don't understand it, and because they've got that sort of old way of thinking, immediately they're scum.
Yeah.
And so that's, and so then immediately you're not tolerant of that person, at which point you're sort of defeating your purpose, but that's complaining about social justice warriors.
Yeah, it does start to get into that realm. I think a lot of social justice warriors are what you would consider far left. Yeah. Probably. I think social justice warriors almost go full circle. They almost go so far left that they come round and end up on the far right. They're like...
Well, it's just... this dude. Yeah, this is the guy that killed me, and I just set him on fire. I ruined his feast by setting him ablaze.
Yeah. And he fled.
I humiliated him. Yeah, because he's a fucking coward.
Alright, and you've...
I mean, I have yet to meet a person who does not have a fear of being burned alive, but...
Touche. Touche.
And so now I let him run away so I can humiliate him again.
Beautiful.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like extremists of any kind. Basically.
No, I don't either, really.
Extremist right, extremist left, just extremist religious, even extremist atheist. I just don't like anyone who just takes an extremist view of something.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's because I sort of had this sort of niggling doubt in the back of my head all the time that everything I say isn't entirely 100% correct.
Yeah, or even if you think it is, maybe it isn't.
Yeah. Like, part of me would go, I just, no one could survive falling out of a plane.
Yeah.
But then
someone
has survived falling out of a plane.
Yeah. Multiple people.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure with all certainty I could not survive in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
I'm
for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Let's say. Yep. Done.
Cool. I'm pretty sure that is 100% accurate. But otherwise, yeah, I can never sort of go into an argument thinking that, I'm not one of those people that can go into an argument and say, with 110%, this is factual. This is true. You can, whatever you say will be wrong, and that's it. I just can't think that way, because there's always that sort of niggling doubt that you could be wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that's a bad thing.
Well, it's not. That's what
a lot of
true
people...
skepticism is. A true skeptic questions everything.
Yeah, I know.
And that's good.
Yeah, I know it's good. But a lot of people sort of... I wish I could be like one of those people that could just go to any argument and then just say, I'm 100% right, you're wrong, whatever. But I hate those people.
You can say that, but you're probably wrong.
Yeah, I know. But these people don't think they're wrong.
Yeah.
As far as they're concerned, they're always right. And I wish I could be like that. But
that's how
at
Trump
the same
works.
time,
He
I hate them.
Keeps telling people that he's right, even when he's wrong.
Even when he's blatantly wrong.
And then eventually people listen to him. Maybe that's what we just need to start doing. We need to start I'm right, you're wrong political party.
They both just blatantly lied, and they blatantly lie, and they just keep doing it. And you're like, we're watching you do this, right? It's like when your fucking 4-year-old just fucking does the wrong thing in front of you, and you say, what are you doing? Why did you do that? And he's like, I didn't do that. You're like, I just fucking watched you do it.
Wasn't me. Yeah. Yeah.
It's that same sort of attitude, and you're just like, what the fuck? How is this even allowed? Surely there would just be laws being broken here. Surely there would be some sort of inquest that you would have to do to be like, say, charges, something. Like Tony Abbott went into that election. I can't remember which one.
With
and
all
he said,
of his promises.
Yeah, and he broke all of them. He said what he had to say to get Australia into bed, and then he just fucked us. Didn't even lube up, and then just left.
No reach around.
Well, he was kicked out. But anyway, he would have just left. Wiped his dick on the curtain as he walked out.
What a dick.
And it wouldn't have even been fun. Would have been the smallest prick around. Uncomfortable, unpleasant, and unsatisfying.
Motherfucker.
Couldn't have even been like that like a massive dick that you sort of like, it hurts, but at the same time you slightly enjoy it and respect it. But no, it was just this tiny little
hot dog
pinprick.
down a hallway.
I heard someone talk about the other day, was saying, like, because you get average penises, and that's sort of like, the general decent size, it's sort of good. Because you get a lot of dudes, and they have these giant dicks, and they can't quite get it all in. And even in porn, you see it, they only get halfway. And it's like, how is that would be? Yeah, that would just be ultimately frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to get right up to the tip, like right up to the end. Like it's just all up in there, and that's the best. And you just only been able to get halfway in before it sort of starts banging on the pelvic wall. That just wouldn't be fun.
Hell
and
no.
you gotta feel really sorry for the fucking gay motherfuckers out there who are
like
well hung. You're like, well, what? And, I'm pretty sure I was like, well, how does that work? And he says, well, I'm the bottom. Just thinking you are the bottom of that. He's like,
he's the one biting the pillow.
Are you a bottom? No. But I take it for the team. Just imagine that. Imagine getting like a rolled up aluminium foil thing, or like a Coke can, and shove that up your ass.
3 Coke cans stacked on top of each other. Oh wow.
Just be unpleasant. I mean, I know there's size queens and like they enjoy that, but just most women don't.
No.
Like I am average, and I have hit the point where you get into a certain position and it becomes painful. Like you're hitting things that shouldn't. I mean, it's fun, but
get that out of the way. Anyway, bit off track there. Yeah. If that man gets hit by a bus, I won't be. Actually, I'll be happy. I won't just not be disappointed. I will be actively happy.
Oh yeah, be like Margaret Thatcher's funeral. I think someone was quoted as saying, "It's not so much that she died; it's that she suffered."
I can't even remember how she died.
And she had Alzheimer's.
All right, rough,
but deserved. Because she was a bitch.
Yeah.
It really upsets me because I want to have a female leader that is really decent and to show men how it's done. But so far Julia Gillard was okay to a degree. Otherwise, the only 2 female leaders that we've had around here is, as in America and Britain, which of course are the only 2 countries in the world, but
yeah,
are just conservative assholes.
Even Germany, I think she's just not quite.
I think Angela Merkel's supposed to be okay.
More okay than Trump in England, but she's still a righty. Yeah.
And so I want a progressive female leader to see how it goes, as opposed to these continuously right-wing leaders.
Yeah, just
It's so wrong.
Actually, that's something I wanted to check out, because thinking of women that are just a disgrace to their sex. Bloody Reinhardt, her company.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Reinhardt Productions.
No. It's like Jackson Mining or Jackson. Anyway, Jackson Prospecting or something like that. Anyway,
Prospecting.
I can't remember. But anyway, Reinhardt's company. So that obviously mining's not the only finger she's in, because
she's got
planning
a finger
on
in
a beef
few
export.
pies.
It's got they're negotiating a
Which
beef
explains a
export
lot.
to China, but China's laws for import are pretty strict.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right. 'Cause she
they're-
bought up a heap of beef farming.
Yeah, so they're exploiting sort of a loophole to export the beef to an island offshore of China, where it can be then processed there and then sold into China.
Yeah.
But it made me think, because I was sort of...
Oh, he's back again. In just a sec. He's got a fear of caragors. Guess what I'm riding?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I was unaware of her beef industry.
Yeah, I think it is a recent thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has.
And so I thought, I might have to. I only found about that like on the drive this morning, so
Which
I
also
haven't had a chance to have a look into it. But I want to
Makes
have a
you-
look into it and see where the beef in our supermarkets and shit are coming from, because Anyway,
I think it was unfortunate because she. I think this is the same sort of deal. Mauled him while he's sort of crying on the ground, pissing and shitting himself. Just think that's Gina Reinhardt.
beautiful.
I think that she's sort of, because a bunch of farmers sort of pooled income together to buy this company because they wanted to keep it Australian owned, and then I think Gina Reinhardt bought it and then sold it to the Chinese.
Wow.
Yeah.
She is a fucking class act, that bitch.
Going into beef, it's almost like she could possibly know that something's wrong with coal. It may not be as profitable in the future.
I think she's just a greedy cow and wants to get it.
Yeah, well, that's true. She
Mitts
does
on
like
as
to
much
have her
shit.
finger in many pies.
Asses.
She is fat.
Many asses. Holy shit.
That was making me think of tax the other day. Oh, this was another thing I wanted to do a topic on.
Tax.
Yeah, tax.
Fuck tax. I don't mind tax if it's going the right places and coming from the right places.
Yeah, well, I've sort of been thinking of doing the salary sacrifice thing, but even that sort of makes me a bit iffy. Because,
Do it, brother.
Yeah, I know.
You're spending money, you're already paying tax on your income. Just fucking do it. It's not some heinous loophole like these motherfuckers are exploiting.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't think, Gina Reinhardt and whatnot are helping to pay for their parents' medical bills and stuff, even though
Fuck
they probably
no.
could.
You're at the bottom of the food chain, man.
Yeah, I know, but I still have that sort of... I will, as soon as I get off my ass and fill the paperwork out. As soon as I hear about, tax... I was trying to get this dude to be killed by the ghouls, which I did. Because you can use bow and arrows to...
Lame them.
Yeah. Well, and then to, stick their foot to the ground.
Alright.
So he's stuck there while the ghouls are attacking him.
Nice.
But there was one of the things that everyone likes to think that they're, worse than somebody else. It's sort of part of our culture that we don't like people to say, oh, I'm doing pretty well. And I think I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money to buy a house, but I've got enough money to live properly.
Yeah.
But, everyone's likes to go, oh, I'm doing so terribly. Oh, I'm worse off than that. Even politicians do it, and even the rich do it. Because as soon as you start saying you have enough money, people will immediately say, oh, well, can I have some?
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause obviously I'm doing terrible.
Yeah, I was... Well, not even necessarily in relation to money, but, I think it was in relation to Greece. I think there's a whole bunch of riots and shit going on over there again because the government is making even more public funding cuts and stuff to try and pay off their huge gross national debt.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Etc. Etc.
This fucking country decided, believed that we were in a economic crisis.
Yeah.
That's how one of those elections was won. Fucking wrong.
Yeah. And the thing that gets me is people in the first world lose any kind of perspective of how far we haven't come. Like, we're living in a house that is basically, just a roof and walls, and we've got running water, and we've got sewage, and we've got power. That's what puts us above most of the population.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like if you remove the floorboards and you're standing on dirt, that's just the end of the fucking world for some people. Holy shit. I've got a dirt floor. My life's fucking over. I'll take away the internet. Jesus! Where are my human rights? I've got no fucking internet. Holy shit. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, they just don't picture how some people do live. And the fact that if you can wake up and have shelter, you can get food, you can get water, and you have
clean
water, and you've got enough either infrastructure or education to facilitate waste removal, then you're like way ahead of like 60% of the world's population.
Yeah, it's just
like they just don't get it. They just fucking woe is me. So annoying.
And it's the same sort of thing with with work and stuff. Everyone likes to think that their job's harder than anyone else's.
Yeah.
Like I don't like participating in those arguments because I always win. Because it's like everyone's like, oh, my job's so difficult, and they're like, how many asses did you wipe today?
Yeah.
And then immediately the conversation ends.
Yeah.
So I just don't do it anymore. But even people like at work, other members of the workforce are like hard done by. Like cleaners refuse to clean toilets and stuff and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Fucking hell. That's your job.
And you're just like, oh, the toilet was dirty. And like, I can't help that. I'm not there fucking 24 hours a day. I can't check to see what the other people I'm working there with. And like, would you complain about the toilets being dirty at a fucking supermarket?
Yeah.
I don't fucking think so.
Yeah. What if it was your own toilet? What if your son did that? Yes, you would have to clean it.
Nope, I wouldn't fucking touch that with a 10-foot pole. I'd just burn the house down and buy a new one because with our fucking consumerist. Oh, but then I'm getting a little bit too far there.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
But yeah, just that sort of. Yeah, that same as what you're saying, the woe is me. Everyone's sort of got to be the worse off.
Yeah. And I'm just.
But that to the point there, it's like, oh, mine's the worst, or, mine's, until it's like sporting or something, like, I'm the best at this and this and this, until it gets something else, and, like economically or something, and then you're like, oh no, I'm still pretty hard done by.
Yeah.
And you get politicians and like Gina Reinhardt and stuff saying stuff like that. You're like, you know what? I'm not the most richest person in the world. And you're like, get fucked.
Yeah.
Like that kind of bullshit is just like, don't you even speak to me.
Yeah. Fuck off. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But we could probably continue on this for a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
But we've already gone over.
Alright.
Okay. Ciao, motherfuckers.
Bye. Bye.